Berlin Station. This is not just a name. It is sentiment, mystery. Berlin. The beating heart of Germany. A city filled with stories buried in the ashes of history. Which in this story isn't just a background. It becomes a living character. The name Berlin Station wasn't given just because the location is Berlin, but because every alley of this city, every old wall, every cold breeze, bears witness to secrets. Here, there is a secret CIA office, where behind every smile, there's a scheme. And beneath every step, a trap is set. Berlin Station. City that knows how to smile despite its wounds. And it is this very spirit that lives in this series. Now, the door to the story opens. Warning, spoilers ahead. Daniel Miller, a quietly living CIA officer, was lost in the Peace of Panama. Then came an order. He had to go to Berlin. Mission: to find an anonymous whistleblower named Thomas Shaw, who was leaking the dark secrets of the CIA to the German media. But for Daniel, this posting wasn't just another mission. But for Daniel, this wasn't just another assignment. It was his redemption. A past mistake in Morocco had cost him a partner. A scar that never truly healed. Back then, Hector Dejin, a cunning CIA operative, had helped bury that mistake. Now in Berlin, among broken apologies and unfinished business, the story begins. At Berlin Station, Daniel meets Station Chief Stephen Frost, Senior Agent Valerie Edwards, sharp and watchful Robert Kirsch, and a maze of mysterious faces. From the outside, the station looks like it protects American interests. But inside, resentment, ambition, and political chess pollute every hallway. As Daniel gets closer to Thomas Shaw's identity, he uncovers a clue in the murder of Korea, carrying stolen CIA documents. Suddenly, everything changes. Because the killers? They're inside the agency. Panic spreads. Stephen, Valerie, and Robert, each scrambling to protect themselves. Inspectors from Langley begin shadowing every move. Meanwhile, Hector Dejin secretly taps Daniel's phone. Valerie's own network collapses when a trusted informant turns against her. Hector makes a bold move. He releases a hacker, Julian DeVos, who begins unraveling the rot inside the CIA. Then comes the truth. Thomas Shaw was Hector Dejin himself. Hector had been broken by the CIA's double standards, where morality was sacrificed and politics always won. He leaked details of covert assassinations, deals with dictators, and human rights violations to wake the world up. Now, Daniel stood at a crossroads. Capture Hector, or understand his reasons. In the end, Daniel lets him go, because Hector's crime was really a cry for truth. Berlin Station was no longer just mission. It had become war against a corrupt system. But the story doesn't end there. A new threat emerges. Young German girls being trafficked to Syria to become brides for ISIS. Valerie and her team uncover the crimes of Ruth and Alexander Iosva. But just as truth begins to surface, Mossad interference and CIA's internal politics derail everything. Robert Kirsch is torn between loyalty to the agency and the dreams of his son. Mossad agent Gold tempts him with a vision of freedom, but demands betrayal in return. Claire Itney, an undercover operative who once trusted Hector, falls into an ISIS trap. Daniel and Hector try to rescue her, But Claire is killed. Her death shatters Hector. In rage, he kills Ruth. His final act of vengeance. Berlin station collapses. The truth about Alexander's illegal detention leaks. And warrant is issued against Stephen Frost. Robert and Valerie gather the evidence. But it's too late. Trust is broken. The CIA's mask falls. And in the end, Daniel and Hector are both changed forever. If Berlin Station can be summed up in one line, it's not the glamour of James Bond or the muscle of Jason Bourne. There are no gadgets here. No flashy chases. This is real espionage. Built on paranoia, fractured trust, and truths that whisper before they explode. If James Bond is glam, and Jason Bourne is fury, then Berlin Station is the quiet pain of reality. This show belongs beside The Bureau and The Spy, where a single document, single lie, can collapse an entire world. So if you crave action, Bond and Bourne await. But if you want to explore a world where every smile hides secret, and every silence hides a conspiracy, then Berlin Station is your next destination. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, please like, share and subscribe our channel.